Okay, we're back. We're live. I know last time something weird happened. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about what happened. It's weird. Anyway, we're back. Welcome back, fellow gamers, fellow rumblers. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to my live stream. And yes, Obsidian don't like gamers. They don't like you, okay? Yeah, unfortunately. They make games, but the truth is they don't like gamers. And in fact, they hate gamers so much. We're going to start with Doctor Disaster.
What's up?
Okay, what's up, Doctor Disaster?
The Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster and the game of
Oh, now he is the Dread Pirate. Still,
ever
he
since
is a pirate that pays taxes.
pronoun choices to the game. I was one of the early adopters of the attitude that this is a game that we should avoid the hell out of because this is indicative of a culture at the studio that prioritizes ideology over gameplay.
I told you.
I think it's okay.
I
It's okay, but the problem is,
continue
the developers are insufferable. They don't like gamers.
in the studio that made
And they're putting all this crap in the game just to antagonize their customers.
Elon Musk was among the people calling this game out for using a pronoun system in a medieval setting.
Who in their right mind would make a game just to get a reaction and a not so good reaction from Elon Musk?
That was bad enough.
Seriously,
Have still been sitting.
there is something wrong with those kind of people.
It turns out this one guy is indeed indicative of an entire wave of brain rot that has swept throughout the entire studio.
Word of the year, brain rot.
From an internal conversation from the messaging app Slack have been leaked from an employee over at Obsidian, and Smash JT just revealed these messages to the world. And these people at this studio are just as bad as you would imagine. Absolutely shit.
Again, as I've said before, I think they're not worried about the success of Avowed because it's in Game Pass.
Most
Microsoft already paid them, and since they are all employees, they already got paid. Whether the game is a success or not, they got their money.
them that this is right thing.
So, what are you going to do? Are you guys going to give them more money? I hope not.
And to other people in this strange little cult, the virtue signaling does indeed work. But hilariously enough, to everyone outside of their bubble, this is what they end up looking like.
What the hell is even that?
I have no idea. They're supposed to be ships or lambs or whatever. Maybe they are mutants. The X-Men. X-Men, because they are formerly men. X-Men.
People at Obsidian really think about you behind closed doors. As I said before, these screenshots of the Slack message
They hate you. That is what Dr. Disaster is trying to say.
and written an article about this. A link in the description will be provided for both. But naturally, these people are as insufferable as you can imagine.
Imagine that. We use the same word to describe these people. They are insufferable, they are unlikable, they are
Repeating that the
narcissistic, they are self-absorbed.
derails the immersion.
They have the main character syndrome. They feel like, yeah, true, you are the main character of your story, but
Where people live comfortably. Some might say too damn comfortable.
That is your own story.
About stuff like this, sit around all day in their offices.
You're not the main character of the entire universe. But the problem is they think they are.
Reading and writing Slack messages, as you can see here. This is the first of the Slack messages that were leaked to Smash JT, and this person at the top wrote, "We've done it." And then he showed a
Of course, we should take all of this with a grain of salt because today, almost
this
anything can be faked. Okay, if you have enough time and you have a good Photoshop skills, you can recreate
and then the next person replied,
anything
"Honor."
that can be screenshotted.
There were a ton of
And there are good graphics artists that can make a really good looking screenshot.
And then in this next screenshot, we see more of these people either casually disregarding our concerns as gamers or just flat out gleefully announcing how thrilled they
In fact, guys, I'm even skeptic about Dr. Disaster being an actual pirate in space.
remember this conversation.
Very skeptic.
People hate you and have not earned your money. But anyhow, this first person responded with the "oh no, anyway" meme. And then the next person wrote, "I've never been more proud." The guy below that wrote, "Hey everyone, pack it up. We lost Grums." And then the guy at the bottom says, "LOL, this was literally my suggestion to add pronouns to the menu." And then the next screenshot shows someone sharing a meme saying, "Triggering conservative snowflakes is so hot right now." And I've really got to pipe in on this one real quick.
Yeah, sure. You're triggering conservatives. Guess what? Conservatives, they're not going to buy your game. Again, they're very confident because the game is in Game Pass.
Is actually
It's already been sold.
across the political spectrum who can see that these progressive dingleberries
Although it has been sold for a massive discount, but it has already been sold. Besides, they're also owned by Microsoft. It's like me selling candy to myself.
hardly any
Oh, I want to buy that candy. Yes, sir. $5.
gamers have turned
So I gave myself $5 and gave myself a candy.
probably first being made. Reality was all the rage
I think Game Pass is trying to.
against this crap. But now
The only way Microsoft is going to make money from this is through
and to
subscriptions in Game Pass, I think. I'm just thinking here. I could be wrong though. Remember, guys, I am always wrong.
it isn't 20 but these
If they could get more subscriptions from it.
then everyone's favorite chucklehead
Right now, for the last time I searched, Game Pass has 34 million subscribers. That is a lot of subscribers, by the way.
fully giddy
So that is a potential of 34 million players for Avowed.
get over how
Imagine that.
the hill pronouns are to die on. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this person right there. What kind of an ideologue and flat out simpleton does one have to be to call Elon Musk stupid? Now, you can dislike him if you want, that's fine, whatever, but calling him stupid is in itself very, very stupid. But of course, that is what this all devolved into, people calling Elon Musk stupid. Matt Hansen then wrote that Elon is not a bright man. The next dude asked, "Can luminaries have negative luminance values?" The next,
That is so funny.
"Isn't that a dimwit?" And then the last person wrote, "Not too late to add a rat creature to the game and name it elongated muskrat." You
He
get
practically learned
are just
rocket engineering
rating.
to get his company started.
I feel bad for the person who leaked this to Smash JT because clearly this is someone who isn't a part of this woke cult. Hopefully that person can find a better place to work at. They're surrounded by people simply unable to view the world without the lens of the cult informing
Again, this is a good thing. In fact, it's a great thing. They're exposing themselves. Now there are like more names added to that
in my
exposed
to say hell no to this
exposed narcissistic people in the gaming industry.
A conservative,
So,
libertarian,
what to do? What to do? Well, if any of these people are involved in any games now or in the future,
if you
you
are
know what to do. You avoid those games like the plague,
down your throat,
like the Black Plague.
how much they hate you and how stupid they think you are. If they can turn on Elon Musk like this and call him stupid, then never forget what they must think of you. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery of these tribal cult people into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, you're
Okay, they oppose woke crap. Okay, so as you can see, I'm at Dr. Disaster's channel, and he has a new video after the Obsidian one. And this time it's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Let's go check this one out. Is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 a woke DEI Christian hating game as well?
What's up, space pirates? This is your admiral, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster.
What? You're an admiral now? In the last video, you were a dread pirate.
How much they hate gamers and anyone who disagrees with their blatant progressive agenda. It's easy to start believing
It's not even progressive. Oh my goodness.
feminist, progressive goblins.
If you're progressive, you must support things that progress
From
humanity as a whole.
to
But the thing they are supporting or pushing are
completely intent on
castrating children, sterilizing children,
to these
and even killing babies. How is that progressive?
you at least passively
It
tolerate
doesn't progress humanity as a whole.
HR departments at these companies.
In fact, it regresses humanity backwards.
Everyone walking on eggshells at all times, and it has expanded out so that now all of these companies seem to hire people only if they are true believers in their religion, feminists ready to sniff out anyone who dares to oppose them. What is
It is a religion. Again, I'm repeating this. Wokeness is a religion.
There are some who resist.
How
Alas,
do I know? I was like watching a
lad
video, a Christian video, and the person there mentioned, or the person talking, that they only hired Christians through Christians.
from Daniel Vavra,
See, they're doing the same thing.
Studio.
I don't agree with
The dude
what the guy in that video said. Why would you do something like that?
are based
That is like discrimination in hiring.
imagine what the
And
and other game studios captured by progressivism. We can
DEI or those who are woke, they're doing the same thing. They are only hiring people
it's they who are dying.
that are also woke,
Pointed out in the first
or I guess matches their criteria of
smashed Dragon Age,
what is woke.
whose head honchos won't even release the sales data for the game. They're too embarrassed. So yes, when Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes out in about 2 months, these people are gonna freak out. The game journalists will almost assuredly try to shit on them, but they've already lost. Kingdom Come is already in the top 100 best-selling games on Steam, and the crap that these woke devs put out continues to fail miserably because gamers are finally figuring out what things to support.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. We've got
I think this guy was inspired by Doomcock.
time to ask the following question.
They're basically the same.
We have reached a
Even the voice changer,
space
they kind of sound the same as well. I guess it's general because whenever I lower my voice pitch in the voice changer, I would sound like that.
war rocket Ajax.
Well, right now my voice is
Zooming along back here. If
set to a higher pitch
suggestions for future ships,
because it sounds funny.
comment section below, super chats get bumped to the top of the list, and also I included a list of ships already in the fleet in the description of the video for your reference. But in any event, thanks to all of you for being here. It's encouraging to see how many like-minded a-holes there are out here.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
But anyhow, we have to see
Yeah,
guys at War
there's a lot of even really bad assholes out there.
talked about
You know, assholes that are destroying our games.
last month. The dude
They're using games to preach their ideology.
a few days before new Assassin's Creed.
Oh my goodness. So,
But it will be interesting.
a Christian should buy Microsoft, you know, and then
RPG,
change Windows,
a corporate
put
product.
in a lot of Christian stuff in it. I'm pretty sure it will
As I said in my
annoy a lot of people, even Christians.
use of the term modern audiences was accidental. This dude was calling out the corporate woke jackasses that they are competing with at Warhorse, albeit in a
Okay, even though the developers of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 are saying they hate wokeness and DEI, it doesn't make the game good, by the way, guys. It doesn't make the game good.
modern audience crap.
But it shows promise.
Gone out
At least we could
audience
we can rely to the fact that
as woke as it gets in
at least they won't have any of the crap that is that has infested most of the games this year.
screenshot of the player count for the original Kingdom Come Deliverance right beside the player count for Dragon Age. And as you can see, Kingdom Come wins this head-to-head battle completely.
I'm not sure if I have this game.
Consider
Let's see. I'm going to check my Steam library.
comes
I wasn't really interested in the game before.
popular, or at least it used to be, and Kingdom Come, as he noted, has been out for the better part of a decade. It's amazing the difference in mentality, but
Yep, I don't have Kingdom Come. I have Stronghold Kingdoms,
slash EA
and then I have like Kingdom Classic,
because
and then Kingdoms Rise. I have no idea what that game is. No recorded activity.
units sold. Which it's kind of hard to believe at this point that they haven't crossed that threshold, but you have to wonder how bad things are for them if they haven't told us anything about their numbers. Meanwhile, in a video that Warhorse put out the other day, and which I showed you on this channel, Warhorse confidently informed us that they had over 1 million people who had wishlisted their game, which is a breath of fresh air compared to the secret.
Whoa, really? I need to check my GOG account. Maybe I have it in GOG.
They want to create the illusion of
Again, I'm not going to play this game.
that they need to buy.
There's a chance it will not run on my PC. I'm going to check.
Someone
If it's in Steam, I'll be able to see the system requirement.
talk to gamers. And obviously that approach works. They have jumped up to number 15 on the Steam wish list now for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and they are now in the top 100 bestsellers on Steam.
Look at that. Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 is even in my ignore list.
Since their video the other day announcing that they were jumping up their release date, moving it from February 11th to February,
I forgot why I ignored it.
and shows off a confidence that you just don't get from most other games.
Okay, looking at the system requirements for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Nope, it's not gonna run on my PC. It requires a GTX 1060 with 6 GB video RAM.
Thoughts in the comment section below.
Yeah, my video card only has 2 GB of video RAM.
If you haven't already,
16 GB of RAM.
to the channel.
That's the entire RAM of my
Life as a
PC.
pirate may not be glamorous.
Oh my goodness, it's not gonna run. Yep. Okay, so I guess there is no Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for me. It's not gonna run. I'm pretty sure the previous one will run, but I have it in my ignore list. I wonder why. Why do I have it in my ignore list? There must be a reason why. I just don't remember right now. Because I don't put games in ignore if I just don't like it. I would just usually I would go through discovery in Steam. And if I don't like the game, I just move on to the next game. But there, if I ignored it, then there must be a reason, a greater reason than I just don't like it. Okay, let's see. Ooh, let's watch this from Vara Dark. Again, the same story as the last one.
EA and BioWare have been getting absolutely wrecked by the internet since the release of Dragon Age the Veilguard. It truly was one of the biggest disappointments of the year, and the internet is not going to let them live that down anytime soon. But now the Kingdom Come Deliverance developer has humiliated this company and their game. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, Kingdom Come Deliverance is a game a lot of people love, and the sequel actually just got moved up by a couple of weeks for its release date, so things are going swimmingly for them. But now Daniel Vavra,
I think maybe Vara should start wearing a mask, because it seems that her face is triggering the woke
in totality,
zombies.
So many people love, and for all intents and purposes,
Especially that what's that guy's name?
They didn't understand
David Jaffe.
the franchise. They still could have tried their
He got triggered by Vara's face.
people towards nostalgic.
Honestly, maybe he just finds Vara attractive, and he knows he'll never,
and you are making
he'll never have Vara,
fictional,
and that's why he's lashing out.
showed up to purchase your
It's all just sexual frustration, maybe.
content. You do not deserve sales. And Veilguard has not really sold that well, according to insiders, and of course, reports take them all with a grain of salt, but apparently it's only sold 2 million copies throughout all of the platforms over the past couple of weeks, which really isn't
Whoa, that is a lot of money,
a comparison of this
a lot of money.
between Kingdom Come Deliverance and Dragon Age the Veilguard.
2 million?
Kingdom Come Deliverance
Multiply it, what's the price of the game? Maybe 40, right?
last month at 89,418. So those numbers are not significantly different. But if you look at players right now, there was 4,635 in Veilguard and 7,615 in Deliverance, which is absolutely hilarious to me because Veilguard did only just come out a month ago. You would think that it would have significantly more players in game. There would be tons of people still giving it a shot because you can have like a very long experience, over 100 hours worth of content allegedly. I definitely could not stick around for that long.
100 hours? I have like over
But I do also understand
more than
Deliverance 2 comes out in just a couple of weeks.
maybe 1,000 hours in Fallout 4, and I haven't really explored
Are getting
the entirety of the game.
their playthroughs so that
Maybe because I keep starting over.
and well, Deliverance's number almost doubles Veilguard's, and yes, it is Also important to point out that Kingdom Come Deliverance, because it's almost 7 years old, it has gone on sale a lot of times. A lot of people have purchased it for only a couple of dollars, and
Actually, right now it's only $10. Ah, no, it's only $5 right now.
would think
At least if I convert if I convert
title
our local currency to dollars, it's only $5. It's very cheap right now in Steam. I just looked.
7 years
That's
ago.
why I know I had the game in ignore.
To go through their backlog and play older games over newer ones because gamers are sick and tired of modern
Let's just play Skyrim forever. Skyrim forever. They should make a game like that. If I knew anything about game development,
character
I might have made an indie game called Skyrim Forever.
awful, and you had awful character designs like Concord level. It did not feel like a Dragon Age experience, and if it wasn't a Dragon Age game, maybe it would have done slightly better just because there wouldn't have been so much backlash because ultimately it wouldn't have captured the audience of a nostalgic market, but because you decided to crap on the legacy of this franchise and push older fans away, those people pushed back. And well, I do think that all of the backlash did hurt Veilguard, but I don't think that it killed the game. I just don't think that this game really had an audience from the get-go.
Look at that! Look at that! It says there, Kingdom Come Deliverance on sale for 80% off. Maybe that's why.
It's not like
Maybe that's why it's only $5.
by any means, but it again just shows that people are not really buying new.
I still don't, even if I want to buy the game, I still don't have the money to buy it. Unfortunately,
Deliverance a week early on February 4th. February is going to be a
I did have like
for video games, and I understand
$18 in my PayPal account,
forward
but I had to
on
cash it out.
February 14th. We have
Had to pay for something in real life.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, and then on the 18th we have Avowed. So those two games are already going to be in competition with one another, and by pushing the release date forward a week, yes, as developers you are losing time, but at this point if you're ready to ship it
This is a good move.
in its state and you probably
It's a good move
not need
because, well, I'm not sure if it's a good move for Warhorse. Maybe it is.
pushed up.
It's a good thing because now we will have we can compare the success of this game Deliverance 2 against Avowed. We will know whether gamers like
It's already down to 4K. Oof,
the general gaming audience, well, or the conservative gamers, whether they like
believe it.
woke games that hates them,
First place.
or
Cannot wait for Deliverance 2 to crush
normal games that were made for them.
mind. Let's see how the woke art is doing right now. Yep, that sounds about right. This is them right now, and they have gone into several interviews over the past couple of weeks, and they are coping and seething over the fact that their game isn't doing particularly amazing. It's not even really doing good, it's doing terribly, but they went into interviews talking about how proud they were to create this game and also how it was positively received by critics, which is absolutely absurd. The critics are not the reason you have a job. The critics are not the reason you are successful. The critics do not buy your games. It is because of gamers that you have a job. It is because of gamers that you might sell copies of your title. Therefore, you should not be making content that pleases other activists within the industry. You need to be creating content that appeals to fans of the franchise and gamers all around. Every type of person should be able to find some level of enjoyment within your experience, and that is not what happened with this title. We saw self-inserts, we saw cringeworthy dialogue, characters that simply existed to basically be walking billboards for certain mental illnesses. This character creator was filled to the brim with identity politics, as is a lot of the game, and when you have modern day terminology like transgender, non-binary, you have top surgery scar toggles, you have pronoun pickers, That's not going to sit well with a lot of people, average people, normal people. And, well, your game got absolutely wrecked for the million bad decisions that you made surrounding this title. So I do think that when Deliverance 2 releases in just a couple of weeks, it is going to be a very big game. I think a lot of people are going to play it. I think a lot of people are going to be talking about it. And to be honest, I
Vara. It all depends whether the game is good
up the release
or
date
not.
because, again, in the
Of
middle
course,
of
if it's
March, we're
good,
going to see Avowed and
that's
Assassin's
just
fighting for players, and I
as they
still think that they're
say,
going to
it's
play Assassin's Creed Shadows one more time.
topping.
That has not been confirmed yet, though. At the end of the day,
If it's bad, then
has absolutely
it might get some
roasted
moderate
BioWare, and
success.
people are now pointing
I don't know.
at EA in Veilguard. But that's all that I really had to discuss.
Okay, so that was Vara Dark. The same. She talked about the same topic that Doctor Disaster covered. Okay, now we have segregate the non-Muslims. This is in London. What? So wow. So are Christians the minority now in London? Well, yeah, I have no empathy, unfortunately. They caused this, you know. They caused this. It should have never happened. Oh my goodness. How can you have any empathy if they were the ones who caused it? Also, it could be a good thing if the UK become an Islamic state. Guess what? That is a loss for the woke mob. They will find out. Yeah, they're all about the Muslims. They're all about Islam. The woke mobs, the LGBTQs out there. They're all, oh, we love Muslims. Okay, if the UK becomes an Islamic state, you will find out what Islam is all about. I'm not hating on Islam. It's perfectly fine. I'm just saying that the belief of Islam doesn't go well with the woke religion. These are two polar opposite religion. As in, if Christianity and wokeness are polar opposites, Islam and wokeness is like, I guess you can say, Earth and Pluto. They will find out the hard way. Yeah. They will find out the hard way. And I can't really empathize with that, unfortunately. They made their bed, as they say. They made their bed. They should accept more. You know what? Yeah. And every if you are in an Islamic state, you should all go to the UK. Take over. They will realize it when it's too late. It's the same old story. Of course, eventually they will realize. With I don't think. I think we screwed up. And the moment they realize that, it's already too late. Their governments will be already, just like what happened with the tech industry. It has been infected with the wokesters or the wokes. That's why they're trying to destroy the gaming industry. So in the UK, one day they'll wake up that all the government positions are now held by Muslims. And once that happened, they will pass laws that will most probably align with the Sharia, or they might even just make that the the official law of the land. And well, what can I say? I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but if they keep ignoring the giant elephant in the room, it will eventually happen. It is a soft invasion, okay? It is a it's not an invasion just like what Russia did to Ukraine with weapons and tanks, and it's not a military invasion. It's a civilian invasion. And I don't get this, okay? If you ask one of those people that go to other countries, they would say, because we don't like the our situation in our country. We don't like the government. And then once they are in a new country, what do? They try to change the government to their own government back in their old country. It's so weird. It doesn't really make sense. Or because our country is poor, it's a third world country. But once they are in this new country, they want to change the country into a third world country. They as they say, they don't assimilate well. That's why. What they try to do is they try to take over and try to influence the not influence, but is influence the right word to use? Most probably control. They try to control the natives or the people that are already there. Again, it's a soft invasion. You don't do a you don't, what do you call this, because the amount of people that are coming in are massive, like in the thousands. Okay, in the thousands. What is that, an army? That's like an army invading another country. They come in not just the hundreds but in the thousands. Anyway, what do I know? uh, at the end of the day, they can just blame themselves. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are telling them it's not a good idea. We need to at least vet them. We need to control who comes in and who goes out. We can't just let them all in. There could be criminals coming in. But unfortunately, it seems that they have thrown common sense away. They kicked it to the curb. Okay, so what's happening here? Ooh, 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 ooh. My bandwidth indicator is all red. I'm not even sure if I'm live right now. It doesn't matter. Let's go check this one out. Woke dev humbled after fuming about sex. What? Let's see what's happening here.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to be talking about Marvel Rivals and its explosive start since being released about 24 hours ago. You can see the numbers here, they are very impressive with a peak concurrent player count of nearly 450,000.
I want to try this game, but it's like, let me check again.
400,000 concurrent players. It's off to a very good start and a lot of people are enjoying this game. However, there's also a lot of people in the gaming industry as well as social media users who are very upset about this game and its success for reasons we're going to get into
It says here, 1670 GB available space storage.
Is very upset.
That is quite big. If I'm going to download this,
Marvel Rivals is an
and I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy it, I'd install GTA Online instead of this, because at least with GTA Online,
of the
I know
a clear copy of H
I'll enjoy playing it, because I do like driving around in GTA Online.
versus Black Widow in Marvel Rivals. LOL. NetEase / Tencent, all the same. So this is a terrible.
Also, I don't think my video. 16 GB of RAM. Nope. This is not for me.
Romanoff
Yeah, just looking at the minimum. Again, this is the minimum system requirements.
debut
Based on the numbers here.
more than
My PC is gonna. Well, it might run, but it will struggle. And I don't like punishing my PC too much.
very appropriate note because this former Blizzard employee or leader is so narcissistic that they believe a game coming out right now with an IP that existed 50 years before their game is ripping them off. This is absolutely insane. Like I said, this would be deleted after it got noted, of course. And also on top of that, related to
Well, maybe the guy doesn't know who Black Widow is.
is just succeeding because its IP is very beloved and profitable. And of course, that gives you
I'm a Marvel fan
having a success.
back in the day. I'm still is somewhat. I just don't read any of the modern comic books.
We have
I would know who Black Widow is, especially from the cartoons back in the day and the comic books back in the day.
but it doesn't guarantee.
And also, of course, the
The reason people are upset
recently concluded MCU.
it has to do with the character designs, particularly
You may say that the MCU is still ongoing. Nope, it ended.
good, right?
And the MCU ended at Endgame. What they're doing now is not MCU. It's an abomination.
Twitter and are trying to say about attractive character designs. They look good. A lot of people really like this. It takes balls, unironically, to make attractive female character designs in the year 2024. That is the absolute state of the gaming industry right now, and it's giving people what they want. And a lot of people, thousands of people, are checking out this game just because they enjoy what they're seeing with the character designs. And that's not anything that's abnormal. That's how people have been doing things for decades up until recent years when a lot of active
Come on, Rev, not just decades.
are made in the
Beauty has always governed humanity since the beginning of time.
color me shocked. A Reddit user is upset about attractive fictional character designs. This person said, thoughts on Marvel Rivals. Not a fan of these designs, to be honest, especially characters like Luna Snow, who are very male-gazy and serious lack of diversity. But the game,
Of course, because the target audience are males.
right off the bat, you
This is so stupid.
opinion instantly discarded. That is one of the most ridiculous claims ever. Also, it's very close-minded if you really do think about it. So it's basically saying only straight men can enjoy attractive female designs, which is obviously pretty close-minded for someone trying to be progressive with this buzzword or buzz phrase that they're using. But also I want to address the claim they're saying there's a lack of diversity. If you actually look at the lineup of heroes, there's plenty of diversity that naturally happens. And on top of that, when did female characters stop being something considered diverse? They're talking right now about the female character designs, and then they're saying there's no diversity. Like, is it not good enough for people anymore? Is
Who cares about that?
something that's
Diversity is meant to divide people.
So in their minds, diversity only really starts to become a conversation when characters label themselves as non-binary or go by they, them pronouns or some stuff like that. But anyways, we should have known. I mean, just look at the subreddit. Socialist gaming that tells you everything you need to know about what.
Again, with the socialist crap,
And honestly, the subreddit
they won't even share their wealth.
socialist gaming is
Before you call yourself a socialist, better divide your wealth.
so responding to
Give it away to someone else.
the start of Marvel Rivals. This user says what a lot of other people are saying. More or less, they say, so a good game is an uninspired clone for gooners. Games used to be awesome without soft poontang. Think about the best games for PS2 and how many have cute anime catered lollies in them. I don't really understand that last part. Maybe I'm misreading what they're trying to say here, but are they trying to imply that the Marvel Rivals character designs are lollies? Another word that's lost all meaning on social media, much like the phrase gooners. Social media discovering that term was one of the biggest mistakes ever, because liking attractive female character designs, you're a gooner. Having a healthy libido, you're a gooner. And it goes on and on and on. And the irony is, this person's calling you that while claiming that Marvel Rivals is soft poontang. And why? It's a game with fully clothed, attractive women. So they see that and immediately think it's pornographic, but you're
And these are the same people who says nothing about actual porn.
democracy there. But anyways, a lot of people are comparing the designs of
If they hate if they hate porn so much,
service game
why are they not protesting Pornhub?
a different route.
Why are they not protesting all the porn sites out there?
On social media who want these
Seriously,
disastrous designs down here
they're putting in a lot of effort in protesting
better than the
non-porn as porn in social media.
male character.
Yet they don't do anything. I haven't heard anyone
Design your games and
protesting Pornhub.
around the concerns of
Seriously.
social media.
That's why you know they are not really fighting for anything. They're just trying to make noise and hope that someone notices them.
Obvious fact that people
It's not real.
designs then
If they were sincere, they would be at the headquarters of Pornhub with their placards, and there should be like maybe 100,000 of them protesting that or shouting that the Pornhub should shut itself down because they are promoting the male gaze.
and right now it's actually
That's why all of this is not real.
the sales numbers.
People shouldn't take these people seriously.
That means, ladies and gentlemen, oh, it means it did really poorly, because any game that it has any level of
They're claiming they're protecting women.
will be reporting on
Who?
because it's a very good form of advertising.
Those are not real women. Those are cartoon characters.
Okay, this is
They're not real. If you want to protect women, you protest the actual websites that have actual women being exploited.
game players as we speak. Every time we check in,
So stupid.
every like couple of days or week or so, the in-game player amount drops by another 10 or 20,000, and that pattern is continuing here. And people are quite reasonably saying that this game was a massive failure based on these numbers. Now, this is where the controversy really kicks in. So, Daniel Vavra, my apologies if I'm mispronouncing his name, he is the creator of Kingdom Come Deliverance, and he's pointing out in this tweet comparing the numbers of his game that was made 7 years ago versus Veilguard, and you can see he has more in-game players than Veilguard with his 7-year-old release here. And people are very angry about this, okay? People are fuming. Now, to be fair, right, I think there's a Black Friday sale going on with his game. It's discounted right now that helped boost the sales, but still, nonetheless, pulling this is a pretty impressive feat, especially when you realize this guy has a big chip on his shoulder, because for years and years, he has been ridiculed and attacked as a bigoted conservative based on some of the choices he made with his game. People have been saying that his games intentionally lack diversity and that it's bigoted because he wanted to make a game that was historically accurate to his home country and didn't want to basically just add in diverse characters that don't make sense historically just to check boxes and appease people on social media and in the gaming industry. And yeah, they have crucified him for many years. And after doing that, he turns around and succeeds with this game, outpacing Veilguard, which is everything woke in the industry. And now they're acting like they're shocked that he's rubbing it in their face. Of course he's going to. You've been crucifying the guy for years over a bunch of nonsense no sane person actually cares about. And now he's succeeding and he's going to rub it in your face. And I mean, yeah, what did you expect to happen in this scenario? But continuing on, it appears that Reddit is once again angry about that as well, making this post in the official Dragon Age Veilguard subreddit saying, "This is so toxic and sad," from the director of Kingdom Come Deliverance dev. So basically, this person is saying that this is toxic and sad behavior, not realizing that that is the product of toxic and sad behavior. The industry has literally been toxic and ridiculous towards him for years and years, and now
I'm looking at the Throne and Liberty
all of a sudden it's
ad over here. Let me check if it's
ridiculous
free.
claim. And on top of that, this is what the industry is at this point. There is a very large portion of the Western gaming industry that is toxic. They're constantly going after and disparaging people who they believe are conservative or they're not woke enough for them and their agenda. And on top of that, they're attacking gamers. You know how many posts we've seen from Western developers and people who work on various studios going after the chud gamers for daring to criticize anything they're doing with their games. So yeah, the industry has been toxic and ridiculous thanks to the efforts of a lot of the people who are going after the creator of this game. But anyways, let's now look at one final thing, this chart right here. It really kind of speaks volumes about everything we're talking about today. So game DEI versus non-DEI effectiveness. You can see titles from this year, and you can see the absolute brutalization of these games that were labeled as woke, failing extremely hard. And then you look at other games that focus more on having good designs, good stories, and just being fun. And look at the difference in the concurrent player numbers. It's not even close. Getting labeled as woke or DEI is really a death sentence at this point in terms of game sales. And it is finally, maybe, hopefully at some point going to come get a little more clear to these developers and these studios that this sort of nonsense isn't going to fly. And these games that cater to, again, having fun and not virtue signaling about nonsense, they're going to succeed. They're the ones who are going to get the most support, and people are tired of the nonsense.
Also, I just checked Throne and Liberty. It's not available to me. My goodness. Why?
Marvel Rivals is just another example of keeping it real simple and just giving people something that looks good and has a good IP, and that's it. No nonsense. They don't have people from their team attacking people on social media or attacking other developers. This is all it really takes. It's a very simple formula, but these studios are so lost in the sauce, they would rather have their game flop than just observe the very obvious reality in front of them in terms of what it takes to succeed in this modern environment here in the gaming industry. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, so that was I guess the same. It's the same story as the other two. It's the developer of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 mocking Dragon Age the Woke Guard, or as they say, the Fail Guard. Gamers were a mistake. Ooh, 1 hour ago. Let's go check this out.
It's becoming quite
This is from Smash JT.
that I
I
will
wonder what JT means.
never understand. Developers being entrusted to shape our beloved franchises are openly expressing disdain for their core audience and potential customer. Why? I guess because they want their ideology to be sold instead of a game? Good luck with that one. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT.
Gamers were a mistake. Who are going to play your games if not gamers? My goodness. There you go, guys. Another one to add to the list of
And I'm like,
game developers.
made up. There's
Gamers should never or should avoid anything from them.
trying to sell a product to.
This is a great thing. This is great. It is exposing themselves.
Subscribe, give me a like.
So if you have a list, just keep adding them in the list.
Screenshot.
Just asshole game devs,
Colby.
so you can avoid them, avoid their games in the future, now and in the future.
And shout out to John Trent and the Fandom Pulse for doing the heavy lifting.
Stop giving money to those who hate you.
Screenshots together and saved me a ton of time. And holy crap, is it quite the mountain of evidence against this guy and logic. Payne's views came to light after a history of some pretty insane remarks. Starting all the way back in 2021, we have him getting mad about the people calling out the race swap in God of War. Payne took to social media back then to berate gamers who opposed race swapping of Angbroda in God of War Ragnarok, where he called critics racist pigs, specifically saying the fact that it's 2021 and gamers still get
No. The fact that you have to swap the race makes you the racist.
racist pigs. Angbroda
Look at that. Look at the racist calling other people racist. Just to hide the fact that they're the ones who are racist.
interesting character. Now, those of you that aren't familiar,
The thing is, it doesn't work anymore because, again, they have been exposed.
was participating in narrative design and consulting for God of War Ragnarok and race swapping somebody in that game that literally makes no sense in the Greek mythology that the game is based around. But don't let facts get in the way of a good narrative design to make sure that you can inject your ideologies and just race swap characters because that's what people do. I mean, I'd actually argue race swapping a character is the most racist thing you could do, but hey.
Of course, come on, JD. See, I was right.
Female
The
protagonist
fact that you swapped races makes you racist
you've ever met not want to play them.
because you obviously hate
Female
the
protagonist.
original race. That's why you swapped it out.
Almost like this person is trying to antagonize and bring out actual customers and gamers to berate them, who are just criticizing, saying, hey, can we just make a good game naturally the way it should flow instead of force injecting characters, specifically in this case female protagonists in games because they don't belong there, but because we need to do that for some reason, they keep appearing. Apparently, people get mad at that as a problem because he wants this to be injected everywhere. Then we get to the point where he talks about how gamers were a mistake. In February 2023, Payne responded to allegations of harassment against The Last of Us Part 2 voice actress Laura Bailey by declaring gamers were a mistake. This was from a post from Dom the Bomb saying, Laura Bailey, on the death threats she received for her role as Abby, brought me to tears. And then Kobe Payne replying with, gamers were a mistake. Instead of being like, oh man, there's some really bad eggs in the community that shouldn't be saying these awful things, and we need to hold those specific people accountable for what they're saying. No. Let's just generalize and say gamers are the problem. People that love video games with a passion. Everyone just gets lumped into this basket that don't agree with Kobe Payne, who is a developer working on Perfect Dark. Sure, we shouldn't have to worry about any bias here. Then we get to the bigotry accusations, where in June 2023, he lashed out at those critical of Pride Month posts, wishing all bigots would kindly F off, stating, seeing a lot of comments turned off for Pride Month posts. I wish all bigots to kindly F off and learn to love others for who they are. Gaming is for everyone. Everyone except the bigots. And this is in response to the Halo Pride showing all the different colored Master Chiefs, where it's like people were taking issue with this, making the game about Pride Month instead of focusing on making a good Master Chief and Halo game. No, let's just make them all the colors of the rainbow and try to sell the game that way. Oh, also saying people that disagree with pushing Pride are now bigots and they're not allowed to be gamers. Not really a great strategy, especially when you consider there's a lot of people, especially with their religious beliefs, that do not agree with Pride, what it pushes, the ideologies behind it. It's just a reality. And by pushing your ideologies on people that don't believe in it, it creates quite the conflict of interest with the people buying your product. Then we have XQC posting about how he was with Donald Trump. And of course, Kobe Payne had to jump in and say, damn, sucks to see you supporting bigots. Because of course, with all these people, it's not good enough to just be super gay and prideful with everything and pushing that ideology. You also have to always include that with Trump derangement syndrome, hates Elon Musk as well, probably hates Grums. I mean, all these people all have the same mentality with everything. Instead of just being open-minded and living their life and letting other people live, ironically, what they all
If you're a bigot, you're not open-minded.
they don't do.
Again, they're trying. They are accusing
Time he posted
other people
ridiculing
of
that dislike
something
protagonists.
that they are originally.
Gamers see a woman as the main character in a video game with Kung Fu Panda with the screaming face, and it's like, this is not what actual gamers care about. Someone that understands the video game industry knows that there's a big, huge passion behind female protagonists when done properly. When it's force-fed and injected, that's where people have the problem. You look at everything from Lara Croft to Princess Peach to Samus Aran. Like, there's so many female protagonists, Jill Valentine, Bayonetta. Like, these are just coming off the top of my head right now. I can keep going. Point being, though, gamers don't mind having a good female protagonist. They mind having it forced into the game where it doesn't belong just to check a box. And of course, after the Fandom Pulse reported this information initially, guess what happened? Of course, Kobe ran and hid, but instead of protecting his Twitter account like most of these people do, nope, this time they went straight to deletion. Similar to cockroaches, these people are all the same. They always scatter when a light of truth gets shined right on them. Payne's been working on Perfect Dark for the past 2 years, and per his LinkedIn profile, he was recently promoted to level designer level 3. Recent gameplay trailers for
There you go, guys. Even though you like the series, even though it looks good,
with many people mocking the gigantic
just avoid it, okay?
and lack of visual.
Come on,
Yes, I posted.
have some self-respect and have some self-control.
But it was
You don't have to play this game.
the trailer initially.
There's a lot of games out there that you can play. Hey, Path of Exile is coming soon. It's currently in early access. Play that instead. You'll have fun, and you'll know that the game developers appreciate you playing their game.
The instruction book
Not this
they presented her outside of the
game developer here
actually
who is openly mocking and hating you.
It's completely mind-boggling to me that game industry professionals like Payne publicly insult the very audience their work is intended to entertain. Comments like gamers were a mistake and blanket accusations of bigotry aren't helping anyone. It only alienates the fans and tarnishes the relationship between the developers and the players. And you can always say, oh, the gamers are the problems, gamers are the issue. They're the ones that are doing all these awful things and saying these awful things. But then you look at it and you're like, no, I mean, there might be a couple bad eggs here and there, but when you look at the actual gaming industry, there's a lot more hatred and vitriol coming from the professionals than anyone else. None of this is about rejecting diversity or inclusion. It's about the consistent disdain shown for fans who dare to critique poor game design choices, or pandering agendas. Gamers have long embraced strong female protagonists, like I talked about earlier, but the industry's obsession with making these characters deliberately unappealing or shoehorning in political narratives feels very disconnected from what actual gamers going to pick up a controller and play a game care about. And the craziest thing is about this Kobe Payne situation is their comments are just the latest example of a long line of ongoing weird phenomena in the gaming world, where all these developers continually show a disdain and hatred for the very people that are trying to purchase their products in the first place. This kind of disconnect is exacerbated by companies prioritizing virtue signaling over quality gameplay and compelling storytelling. It just blows my mind with how easy it really is to listen to your customers and make the product that your customers are asking for. And time
Why should they listen to their customers when they think their customers is a mistake? It's not gonna happen.
bring them what they want and see how well those games sell. But for some reason, certain developers feel like diversity has to be injected into games for people to care about it. The gaming community isn't against diversity. We never have been. It's against being treated like enemies by the people they fund. Developers like Payne need to remember that their jobs exist because of us, not in spite of. And until that happens, the rift between the industry and the audience will only grow deeper. And this situation is the perfect example of that. But anyways, that's basically all I got for you today. If you want more information, screenshots, and everything like that, check out smashjt.com for the full article. Again, huge shout out to John F. Trent and the Fandom Pulse for providing a lot of this information. They did the heavy work, lifting, and deep diving behind it. It's a wild situation, and I hope getting this information out there has the ears of other developers to think when they're about to tweet something attacking the very people that are purchasing their product, that they think twice about it and say, maybe instead of attacking people, we can try to get along and listen to what our customers actually want. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button, and as always, you stay smashing.
Like, I think the best skill for levels.
Anyway, guys, there you go. A whole bunch of videos talking about game developers hating you. Remember that. They hate us for some weird reason. Okay, we are their customers. Sure, I don't buy games on release because I tend to, I have like a little bit of common sense to check whether the game will run on my PC or not before actually buying a game. And also, I don't buy on release, and I would always wait for a discount. And trust me, they always come. Massive discounts always come. Look at that Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. Right now, it's 80% off in Steam. No wonder it's only $5. Unless it's your job, you're a game reviewer, you have a massive audience that is always looking forward to your gameplay of games, then, of course, it makes sense for you to buy games on release because you want to, make your audience happy. In my case, since I don't have an audience, I really, and I'm not a game reviewer. I do sometimes write or post something on my blog about a game, but it's not really a review. It's just my experience playing the game for the first time. Anyway, guys, that's it for this hour. Hope you guys enjoyed the video or the stream, and if you did, please follow the channel and like it, share it. If you're in YouTube, subscribe, and if you're in Twitch, follow. And if you're still there, please consider also, I would appreciate if you will go to Rumble and follow the channel there. Thank you for watching. I lost my train of thought. Bye-bye.